Hello everyone, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is my monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Taurus, for November 2017. So it's for you, my gorgeous Taurus, for November 2017. It is a great month of realization, and it is a great month of you finally moving forward in your life with a big and ongoing problem that was driving you crazy, that was driving you mad. This is very deep, and this is very personal, and this is very much so connected to your financial situation, and it's very much so connected to your finances, and it's the situation that was kind of preventing you from moving on in your life. It was kind of preventing you from moving on from one stage to another stage in your life, and you were kind of keeping this at the back of your mind, because if you would think about this too often, or if you would think about this all the time, it would drive you absolutely crazy. It's that type of situation that it's coming to an end, which is absolutely brilliant. And when it comes to the actual number and numerology, you have got a number 9, and number 9 is like, oh my god, it's just such a fantastic number, especially when it comes to you, and especially when it comes to your reading for November 2017, because it's not only saying that the big problem is finally coming to an end, it's not only preparing you for the new things that are about to start manifesting in your life, but it's also, number 9 is also preparing you that the big wish, that the big dream that you were thinking about, that you were focusing on for so long, and it was so close, and it was so close, it was slipping away, you know, you would be so close, and something would happen, and you would have to go 2 steps backwards, then you go 1 step forward, then something negative happens, and then you again go 3 steps backward, and then 1 step forward, then 2 steps backward, and then it was the situation like that, where that particular situation is coming to an end, and almost like a big dreaming, the big wish that you were like kind of focusing on, that you wanted to happen, is finally going to be fulfilled. It is not going to happen like straight away in November, but it's this big realization and the big sign that you are going to have that is actually going to happen, you know, very, very soon. It is not going to be that long. You know, before there were no signs for you, before there were no omens for you, before there were no signs for you whatsoever to indicate how long it's going to be until your situation changes. And this is a lot to do with your finances, this is a lot to do with your current situation, you know, with your living arrangements, the way you live and things like that. And also the big step, you know, after this moment, after this point, is going to be revealed to you. And the bottom line is here that you are finally going to be able to relax and to move forward with a certain part of your life that was keep on bringing you down, that was keep on, you know, making you really worried, and that was kind of blocking you from moving on with your life. Because, you know, even when we don't think about things, you know, sometimes, you know, they are at the back of our mind, they are still draining us, they are still draining our energy. And to you, this is going to be absolutely brilliant. And also your financial situation is going to be good. Your financial situation is going to get better. I'm not saying that your financial situation was really bad or anything like that, but I'm just saying that it is going to get better as well. And this is what number 9 is. Number 9 means you're finally going to be able to relax and start focusing on different things, you know, different parts of your life that can give you that life and that energy and that va-va-voom, you know. Finally, it is going to be the, you know, the step, you know, into the right direction, into a whole new direction in your life. And I think that's absolutely brilliant. When it comes to health, when it comes to your health, you see, you're just going to be wanting to, lots of you are going to be you're having problems with digestion and with the diet. You see, it would all boil down to the same thing, that you will want to focus on your food, you will want to focus on your diet, because I'm seeing this again, I've seen this so many times, and it seems to be like the year 2017 seems to be very sensitive, especially when it comes to you Tauruses, and especially when it comes to your stomach, and especially when it comes to your digestion, especially when it comes to your food. This seems to be a very weak area for you throughout 2017. So this is what I'm seeing now when it comes to your health. You know, you're just going to need to like kind of pay attention to what you eat again, and it is going to kind of make you to think about making a quite big change when it comes to your life. You will think about cutting certain things out of your life. It is not about you eating the right food, more fruit, more vegetables, more healthy food. You are going to run, maybe a little bit, going to the gym and things like that. But it's a lot about you kind of you know, just making sure that you eat the right food, that you eat correctly, and, you know, making sure that you're going towards that direction, because your stomach, your tummy is going to feel sensitive, and that's what you're going to be doing. You're going to be focusing a lot on the right food, correct food. And it's not only that, it's also what I say, that there is going to be a big part that you're going to need to cut out, and this big part that you're going to need to cut out is just some kind of addiction, whether this is cigarettes, whether this is alcohol, whether this is too much salt, whether this is too much sugar. All these things could create an addiction. So I can see that a really big addiction, it's going to kind of, you will want to kind of put stop on it, you know, you will want to really stop this, you know, addiction and cut out of your life. So you see, you will want to kind of think, you will want to kind of have that balance, you know, in between your health and in between your finances, in between your own happiness. So there's a lot going to be going throughout November 2017. The 3rd of November, I'm very excited. Sorry, the 3rd of November, I'm very excited when it comes to you, because the 3rd of November is going to be a very important day, because there is going to be an important recognition. This important recognition that you're going to have, it is going to be extremely significant for those of you that are waiting for some kind of recognition when it comes to your work. If you're working really hard and nobody didn't come through, nobody didn't recognize, no manager, nobody came, you know, for a long time. Now expect this situation to change now, because however, you are going to get recognized and you are going to feel really pleased with yourself. You are going to feel really proud of yourself. And what does that mean for those of you that are like self-employed, or for those of you that are having a really your own businesses? This is also an important day, ridiculously important day, because you're going to realize that your business is going towards the right direction. And if the things didn't work out for a while, now after this moment, after this point onwards, things are actually going to change. Also, the 3rd of November, important for those of you looking for a job, looking for work, because on this day, at around this day, the particular job is going to come, and this particular job is not going to be any job. This is going to be something really special. This is going to be something really good. However, of course, it's going to be the step in the right direction. How brilliant this is actually going to be. The 21st of November, it's going to be completely different. Very interesting day. It is just, you're going to wake up really mischievous. It is the actual day of you being mischievous, of you feeling really silly. And you know, it's really good to be mischievous. It's really good to be silly. We must not be too serious in this life. This life is too short, way too short. You live this life, you don't even notice. Seriously, it's that short. It's amazing. And that's why it's so important to have some fun. You Tauruses, you guys, you're so funny. You have a great sense of humor. You're very interesting. You're very intellectual people. You know, you certainly have a really brilliant sense of humor. And this is why the 21st of November is going to be fantastic, because for those of you that lost that touch with yourselves, for those of you that lost that balance with yourself, you know, it could have happened so many times. You work really hard, you focus really hard, you worry a lot. You Tauruses, as Tauruses, you worry a lot. And this is, all these things can take so much from you. All these things can drain so much energy from you. And that's why when I see something like that on the 21st of November, you're also, it's almost like you're going to be reborn, you know. There's going to be so much energy that you're going to have from the first moment you open your eyes, whether you realize or not. And there is a certain adventurous feeling that you're going to have, mischievous feeling that you're going to have, which means that you are just going to kind of start waking up on the 21st of November, and certain things that you forgot that you really like along the line, they will just kind of come to bounce back at you. And it is going to surprise you, because it is going to kind kind of remind you what you live for, remind you what you're happy about, remind you what all your life is all about. And that's why it's such an important day, because you're going to feel so free. And finally, you're going to feel very passionate about certain elements of your life. So the third important day is going to be on the 26th of November. The reason why I think that the 26th of November is going to be so important, because financially, when it comes to your financial situation, when it comes to money and finances, this is going to be the time when you're going to be able to kind of relax when it comes to that, because you will be able to put your mind at ease and you will not worry about the financial situation how you were worrying about before. And also, it is going to be a great time when it comes to work in general. This is going to be the day of busyness. You will be very busy, you will feel very busy, and you will really enjoy it. But through this busyness, there is something going to come through. There is some kind of idea going to float towards you. There is something going to come towards you, and it's not only about the actual idea. It is just almost going to be offer slash idea, which is going to become a part of what you do. So you are going to end up with something extra when it comes to your working life, when it comes to your business life. And if you're like retired, you are going to end up with like a certain amount of money. For example, if you're retired, you're going to get hold of the certain amount of money that you were kind of waiting for, or something like that. However, financially, this is going to be absolutely great day, and you're also going to feel very enlightened and very light and very good on this particular day. And in general, going to be like a really feel good day for you indeed. The first part of November 2017, I can actually see you, you know, you will be focusing on the family a lot. You will be focusing on the family members a lot. And you're also, there may be the situation that where there is a certain family member who you didn't talk to in a really long time. For example, a certain family member, you might have had like a little bit of argument, a little bit of row and things like that, you know. And then this is the realization going to come through, because you're going to feel very spiritual throughout this month as well. And this is another thing that I wanted to say, is this sense of spirituality that you will have. You're going to have the whole new meaning to life. But this is why am I saying that to have that important balance back, which you're going to have straight from the beginning of November 2017. So there is going to be this situation when you're going to come through and you're going to kind of sort certain things out with a certain family member, and this is going to mean to you quite a lot, and this is going to mean to quite a lot as a certain family member as well. Also, on another hand, there is a very good news that your family member is going to have. There's a certain family member is going to have a really good news when it comes to their financial situation. Somebody who's been struggling, somebody who's been working really hard, somebody who's been expecting some kind of money, and somebody who's having a family around, people around, dependents on them. You see, they're depending around this person. There is going to be a really good news that this person is going to have, which is your family member, which is automatically going to make you feel so happy. And the rest of the family is also going to be happy, because automatically the certain problem also at the same time is going to come to an end, which is connected to this person, which is connected to this family member. So this is really good, because after that moment, after that point, I can see the celebration, you, your family, just people really being happy, and people just finally, you know, this was like connected to an ongoing long problem. Financial situation wasn't as great because of this, and that's why I can see people kind of just having a great time, you know. And also the first part of November, you will be kind of also, it is also all going to be kind of about you socializing with people, and you seeing people who you haven't seen in a while as well, like your friends, and having a really great time, you know, like doing things that you wanted to do for a really long time. Maybe you were too busy, maybe you didn't go out in a long time. However, there is something going to happen that it wouldn't normally happen. Maybe you will go to the certain club that you didn't go in many years. Maybe you will go to the certain bar you didn't go in many years. Maybe there is going to be some kind of party. However, there is going to be like some kind of element of surprise that is also going to be going through, which is going to be very interesting as well. There's the certain part, the mid part of November. It's also the mid part of November. It's also going to bring the certain situation that it's gonna make you realize that you need to move on with a certain part of your life. You will need to move on with a certain part of your life, and you will just realize that it's just probably something that you will keep on trying, and it just didn't work, and it didn't work, and it didn't work, and it didn't work, and then you were trying, and then it didn't work, and then before you would think, oh, there's just too much to lose, oh no, I can't do this, I can't do that. But now November is also going to make you feel very spiritual, and it's also going to make you look at things from a slightly different angle, and you will only look at the things from a tiny little bit adjusted, slightly different angle, which is going to make the whole world of difference. So you're going to realize that this problem wasn't as big, that there is no more point to keep on worrying about something that you can't do anything about. You know, there's no point to be emotional, there's no point to be deep, and all these feelings were going on through your mind when you would think about this problem. So that's why this realization is going to be very important, because you will kind of move away from the problem that there is no point to be attached to anymore. This problem was just keep on kind of driving you crazy, and you know, and this is a lot to do like with your lifestyle, this is a lot to do with your family, this is a lot to do with your family members, this is a lot to do with something that happened in the past to your family member that affected you greatly, you see. So you will just realize there is no point not to worry about it whatsoever. It's just time to move on from that particular situation, which I think it's really great, because after this moment, after this point, I can see you finally relaxing, I can see you finally resting, and then you will realize as well, wow, I just can't believe it was this easy, I can't believe it was just a little bit of readjustment in my mind I had about it. It just reminds me of this type of the situation. And also there is something going to be offered to you the mid-November 2017, and this is very important for me to say that some certain offer is going to be, something is going to be offered to you the mid-November when it comes to your work, when it comes to your career, when it comes to like finances. It's all connected to your financial situation, but pretty much connected to work, career, and things like that. And it's going to make you like a little bit indecisive, because there are a couple of things that are going to be very attractive to you, and you're not too sure what you're going to go for. But I can tell you that by the end of that week, you're actually going to make the right decision, and that right decision that you're going to make, it's going to be directly connected to the swift change, which means that you are going to also get some kind of time span, and you're going to realize that another thing that you wanted to do for a really long time, it is not going to take that long, because you will take this new option on, and straight away after that moment, after that point, you're going to realize the certain things about you. You're going to realize how capable you are, you're going to realize how smart you are, and you're going to realize how intelligent you are, because by the time you get to the third part of November 2017, it is just, you are going to end up with a certain information and certain realization about you that is just going to put a massive smile on your face when it comes to you and your own personal achievement in life, and you're going to like it, you're going to love it. There is the whole new happiness that you are going to rediscover about yourself and about what you like after this moment, after this point, because this is going to be really good. And also the third part of November 2017, the third part of November, there is something, it is going to be a very busy time when it comes to work, very busy time when it comes to career. I can see socializing in general quite a lot, but the third part of November, it's also going to be quite connected to the first part of November. The 3rd of November, what I said, that it's going to be recognition. Now the last part of November is going to be playing a really big role, which is going to be connected to the third part of November. So I'm going to back to that recognition that you're going to have at work, which is going to be brilliant. And there is the certain competition that will be attached to it, connected to it, which means other people are going to be connected as well to it. Other people were part of it, but you're the one who will do really great. And also, what is that going to be followed by? New prospects, new options that are going to be connected to you, to your career. And this is very important. What do you want to do next? What you are going to do next? This is going to be connected to your work, career, but it is also going to be connected to an additional prospects, to an additional learning. So the whole new stage, new step is going to come through, which is going to bring the whole new fresh energy into your life. And as I said, put a big massive smile on your face, indeed. And now what else I was going to say? What I was going to say is, when it comes to those of you that are in relationship, my gorgeous Tauruses, those of you that are in relationship, there was a slight unbalance for a little while in between you and your partner, in between you, husband, wife, whoever it is, because I can see this imbalance that happened. It happened because of work, because of the living commitments and things like that. But mainly it's a lot about to do with work, and it's a lot about to do with commitment that people need to do in order to live their lives, you know. So that's why you've lost, lots of you lost a little bit of touch. I'm not saying that you lost the touch completely, but I'm just saying you haven't seen your partner as much as you wanted to see. You didn't see your partner as long as you wanted them, you know, as long as you wanted to see them, purely because they had to go to work, or you were both working really hard. So this is the imbalance that I'm talking about. So this is going to be brought to your attention, and this is really good, because on another hand, this is going to kind of shake you both up and just realize how much you love each other, how much you miss each other, how much you mean to each other, you see. And this is why I think it's really good. And there is also something that you will plan with your partner, husband, wife. There is something that you're going to plan. It's going to be some kind of trip, some kind of journey, something where you've met, or something to going back to the beginning, or something in the first few times where you went somewhere, or some certain place that you went many years ago, and or like at the beginning of your relationship or something like that, something that was so meaningful to you both. It's going to come back to you as well, and you will want to repeat this, you will want to do this again, and this will also bring you even closer together. So for the couples, this is very interesting, because you will want to relive certain things from your past when it comes to your relationship. Fantastic and very interesting and very good. And it is going to bring a beautiful and loving and nostalgic feeling all at the same time, but all good and all interesting and all new and all fantastic and all brilliant. So you're going to like it. And for those of you that are actually single, you see, I can see you kind of like, you know, socializing a lot, spending time with people, going out a lot, and especially from the mid-November towards the end of November, I can see you like socializing and spending time with people, and I can see you like flirting a lot and having a great time, and you know, there are going to be few other people involved, but there is somebody that whom you're not going to have like direct contact with. There is somebody that whom you're not going to talk to. He or she, they're not going to talk to you, but somebody you are going to see at around the end of November 2017, and that person is going to be very special. That person is going to be very different. You will fancy this person so much, and you will feel something very deep. You will feel something very unique. You will feel something very special about this person, and you will not be able to explain this to yourself. You will not be able to understand this feeling straight away, and you might get even a little bit confused about this feeling. However, you will feel very passionate about this person, but you will not talk to them just yet. You will not talk to them in November, and that person is going to play an important role in your life later on. And this is for those of you that are single, and for those of you that are ready to mingle. This is absolutely going to be something that is going to be very significant later on. This person didn't talk to you just yet. You will not talk to that person just yet. You will not talk to this person in November, but later on, this particular person is going to play a really important role. You are going to surprise yourself a little bit. It's going to be slightly different person whom you would normally go for. I highly suggest to get like a jasper. Very important. You see, jasper pendant, absolutely gorgeous, and you can get this on my website. My website is in description. And what jasper does, it's a very powerful crystal that helps you to communicate, especially when you fancy someone, like someone, and also it helps you to kind of it helps you a lot to enhance really good things about you, things that other people find sexy about you, things that other people find very irresistible about you, things that other people find very attractive about you. Jasper has got this capability to make this even more powerful, to make this even more enhanced, to make this even more unique about you. Apart from the fact it does help with communication a lot, especially when there's somebody who we like, or if they like us, you see. So this is something that I would highly, highly, highly recommend. I really hope you liked my reading. Please don't forget to comment in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share me on Facebook, Twitter, wherever you like. Thank you ever so much for watching. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium.